Superman can lose control. His palms sweat. His breathing is tight. What could possibly make the Man of Steel nervous? The last time he felt something like this was when he had to change the natural orbit of a planet to save the civilization that lived there. 5 billion lives preserved. That was the last moment that unsettled him until today. Clark Kent sits on a plane bound for the nation of Lubania. The last time he was here, Lubania was a Soviet satellite, an authoritarian state frozen in the shadows of the Second World War. No freedom, no hope. But after the Soviet collapse, Lubania transformed into a modern financial powerhouse. Banks, investors, and skyscrapers rose where oppression once stood. Clark has been sent to interview one of the nation's most powerful businessmen, or at least, that's the official assignment. What he is truly here to do will be decided during that meeting, and that question alone is enough to rattle the Man of Steel. Because the last time he was in Lubania, he wasn't Clark Kent, he was Superman. Superpowers make it easy to overlook borders. Emergencies don't care about nations. He acted when needed, without hesitation. Clark taps the taxi driver's shoulder as they approach the city.
Can we make a stop?
The Kalebnik Reduction Facility. That was its official name, but the world knew it as the prison without escape, or simply the death camp. Within its walls, scientists of the old regime synthesized low-level kryptonite radiation, too weak to kill Superman, but enough to drain him of every last ounce of his power. He tried to disguise himself and flee, but powerless, he didn't get far. The Lubanian secret police seized him with ease. He was thrown into the camp alongside dissidents, activists, and political enemies. 8 months of starvation, forced labor, and relentless indoctrination, a symbol of Western weakness, paraded for propaganda. Every day, he was dragged to the interview room. Every day, for 8 months, he was tortured. And every day, the same man stood there, watching, smiling, enjoying the spectacle. Nikolai Koslov, the commander, the demon of Lubania. Batman eventually freed him. But even now, years later, this is Clark's first time setting foot on Lubanian soil again. In truth, a part of him never left. Those 8 months returned to him in every quiet moment. And in all of those memories, Koslov is there. It wasn't just the pain, it was the helplessness. For the first time, Superman felt powerless, hopeless. Even Lex Luthor had never made him feel like that, humiliated. But today, the roles have shifted. This time, Superman will be the one asking questions. Clark walks into the restaurant where he's scheduled to meet Koslov. Since the fall of the Iron Curtain, Koslov has flourished. A truth commission cleared him of all charges. He used his network, his reputation, his lies to build a business empire. Clark feared Koslov would recognize him. But the man has no idea that the journalist before him was once the prisoner he tormented for months. Relief is not what Clark feels, only a sharper anger. Koslov speaks confidently about global economics and emerging nations until Clark cuts him off.
Do you have any remorse for all the thousands who died at your camp?
Koslov freezes for a few seconds. In that silence, Clark imagines everything. Koslov breaking down under the weight of guilt, or Koslov saying something that pushes Clark past his limits. But neither happens. Koslov shows no regret, no shame. He simply says that many mistakes were made during the Cold War. The West won, and everyone must simply move on. It's easy to move on when you were the executioner, not the victim. The interview ends. Koslov leaves, untouched, unpunished. So much power, and all Superman can do is watch him walk away. But Clark Kent can still act. He can write the truth. He can expose how Koslov really built his empire, instead of portraying him as the respectable figure the world now sees. It won't be easy. Most outlets won't want a story, but everyone has a different kind of power, and what matters is caring enough to use it.